Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today, we're going to go shopping for Toyota Tacomas in Houston, Texas. I thought it'd be interesting to kind of look around different parts of the country, see what Toyota Tacomas are going for, and what's available. So, we're at a site. The dealer is called Fred Haas Toyota World, and I'm on their site right now. Let's go ahead and take a look. First of all, a little difference in this one as compared to the last one. They do have a weekly specials section. Let's click on one real quick just to see what the details are of this special. Not sure if you can click on it. No, doesn't look like. Oh, there we go. It's just a little bit delayed. It shows the special, but it doesn't really give you what the price is. All they show is the TSRP, and that's it. So we really don't know what the special is. So I'm going to get back out of that. We're going to go back into the number of vehicles available. What I'm looking at, we've got 169 vehicles for sale. And this site also does not, on the left here, give you an option to show what's actually in stock. So you kind of have to look through each vehicle. Another difference on this site, scrolling past the weekly specials, is they don't really show, well, they show the pricing, but it's a little weird. They've got, for instance, on this first one here on the left, they show a TRD off-road double cab 4x4, and then they have a price of $57,211. Okay, so it says down here, unlock instant price. So I'm going to click on that. And once it comes up, site is a little bit slow. First of all, they want you to give all of your information, of course, so they can contact you, right? I'm not going to do that. All it shows on the page is the same price that's crossed off on the previous page, $57,211. Now, another thing I notice, if you look at the picture of the truck, they show a lifted Tacoma with some decals on the side and bigger or different wheels and tires. If you arrow to the right, they show a stock photo of the blue crushed metallic Tacoma. Carries on doing the same thing. So a little bit different approach at this dealership. Let's go back. We're going to just check a few of the different ones they have to see what their pricing is. And this pricing, again, is the beginning pricing mark, I would say. Now, this dealership touts themselves as being one of the, I believe, the number one highest volume dealership around Houston. So that means that you should have some pricing wiggle room here because they're going for volume, not necessarily the most they can get on every truck, just to make that clear. And that's probably why they have the pricing crossed off, because they know that you're going to come in at a different offer than what the TSRP is, what used to be the MSRP, right? So anyway, let's dive in, take a look. We have the first one on here, and the sort on this is highest days in stock. We could change that to recommended lowest price or oldest year. I think what we're going to do here, we're going to go to lowest price. Notice they don't give you an option for highest price. So maybe we'll just jump to the end here when I get towards the end of the video and see what the highest price truck is. Let's go to lowest price. All right, let's scroll down. Image not found. This is in the build phase. I'm not really interested in build phase, but just for point of reference, the lowest price, 37,000, or not the lowest price, but the lowest price truck before negotiation. Gets confusing. $37,419. This is in the build phase. They say an estimated availability of 515. The next one over looks like the same price with the same expected delivery date. And by the way, these appear to be both SR double cab rear wheel drives, so they're not 4x4s. So we have to go to the third truck in the lineup here, which shows in stock. It is an SR double cab rear wheel drive, same pricing, $37,419. Now let's scroll down a bit here, see if we can get into anything beyond an SR. And I didn't really see anything there. We're going to go to the next page. There are 9 pages. We're not going to go through all 9 pages, I don't think. before we get to something else. Here we have an SR5 double cab. This is a rear-wheel drive, pricing $41,287. Notice, however, it is not in stock. Expected delivery 5/12. They have a few coming in on 5/12, it looks like. Let's just kind of scroll through and see if we can't find maybe an S or a TRD version next up. Let's see how many pages we have to get to before we, or go through before we get to a TRD version. I'm not seeing one yet. And I'm curious, does this dealership actually have any TRD Pros? You know, the Albatross, the one that's hard to find, I guess. Okay, we've got something different here. The elusive extra cab. A lot of people out there have mentioned to me that they would like to have the extra cab. They can't find them anywhere. Well, here you go. This one is supposed to be in June. The pricing on it is $38,959, and it is a four-wheel drive. So they do exist out there. And we have another one right beside it, another one, and that's it. Now, we finally get to a TRD version. This is a TRD Sport. It is rear-wheel drive, so you can't get the 4x4 just yet. Supposed to be in on May 11th. Pricing is $43,647. Again, before negotiation. Moving over, we have another TRD Sport, rear-wheel drive. Looks like pricing is a little more at $44,593. And we do actually have a picture of this one there, so that's kind of nice. Let's see if we can get to maybe a TRD off-road. Haven't seen one yet, and we're coming to page 5 already. We probably will get through all 9 pages. Moving along, we have more SR5s. More SR5s. I see another Sport right over here. This Sport is due in on 5/21, $45,747. And finally, I'm seeing a TRD off-road. This one is not in stock. June 5th, supposed to be in. $47,773. And then we have another one right next to it. Actually, we have a few next to it. Same pricing and different delivery dates. Looks like the soonest, according to this page, is 5/22/2025. Now, let's arrow on to the end of this. I want to see the highest price, and I assume, since we started with lowest, we're working our way up. It appears to be that way. We're on page 7. Let's go on through to page 9. We're almost there. Probably be one of those instances where there's only one on page 9, right? We've got some TRD off-roads. Here is a limited. This one is in stock. Four-wheel drive, double cab, 5-foot bed, $56,592. And let's move on. I want to get to the final page here. Page 9. Do we have any TRD Pros? Yeah, that's the one I'm curious. We have a limited, a few more limited, some sports. By the way, on the Sport here to the far right, this one's in stock, and it has a beginning price, notice, $49,861. It's got dealer-installed accessories, which are always negotiable, adds $15,990 to the price for a total price, and this is advertised, $65,851. Wow. Okay, I see a Pro. I see a Trail Hunter. All right, we've hit pay dirt here. We have one in the build phase. Looks like none of these are in stock. We have a Trail Hunter in the build phase, $66,801, supposed to be in June 6th. Then we have another Trail Hunter, $66,801, same price, due in May 15th, so coming soon. Then we move over to a TRD Pro. Here we go. Supposed to be in on May 15th, $68,250. And the Big Daddy, the winner of the highest price on this, at this dealership rather, $68,361 for a TRD Pro double cab 4x4. And it's supposed to be in May 21st. So you might want to get a hold of this dealer right away if you're looking for one, because my guess is it's probably already spoken for, or it will be soon. That's it. I just wanted to run through, give you kind of an overview of what's available, in this case at the Houston dealership, or a Houston dealership. Leave a comment. Let me know if you like this approach as compared to the last video that I did as far as the presentation on the web, and what do you think of their selection? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.